I'm crushing on myself. Poses for the thumbnail. Hello, my lovely jubblies. How are you doing? I haven't been on here for some time. What is new with everyone? What's everyone doing? Is everyone excited to be coming out of lockdown? Because it's, you know, it's like this close. It's this close. I'm so excited. What have I been doing that I can fill you in on? We have a bike ride today. And if you know me, I don't bike ride. It's not my thing. I don't like it. But I'm trying to exercise. I'm trying to make it worthwhile. And it is quite nice because I'm going to a place called Mumbles, if anyone has heard of it. It's down in Swansea, along the seafront. It's very nice. It's beautiful. You should try it if you ever get the chance. Maybe we'll pass. I don't know. We can get coffee. It's up to you. But anyway, I thought today I would do a kind of... Well, in all honesty, I was on TikTok because I can't get off TikTok. I'm obsessed with it. I found a video by... can't remember, but I will find the name and I will add it in the description. And they did a natural cut crease, but with a bit of green and a bit of pizzazz, and I really liked it and I got really excited with it. But then I thought maybe I should do a little tutorial as such, like short and simple, short and sweet, just a quick rundown on how to do a cut crease eye, because it's difficult if you've never done it. I find it difficult, and I've been doing makeup a long time. And I find it fun, and it still enrages me if I get it wrong. But here we are, here we are. Let's get started. Let's get on with it. Add foundation and set it around my eyes because the cut crease is going to be like a natural kind of colour. More than likely, I am going to be using Harmonia and Eros, probably. Maybe Aries might look nice. It's a bit tic-tacky if I do orange and green. I know, but Zeus would look nice as the liner. Harmonia and Zeus I think I'm going to use. So it's pretty simple to follow. If you have the palette at home, excuse how filthy mine is. So I'm going to add the foundation onto the eyelid. Now I see a lot of people using thick concealer. I mean, by all means, it's going to give you a lovely, lovely coverage. But as soon as you open your eye, it's going to crease. So you don't want that. You want to avoid it. Use a foundation, something that's a little lighter, a little more malleable, just not thick and stodgy like concealer, because otherwise it's just not going to work. It's going to look silly and it's going to look daft. Tonight's foundation is going to work just as well. Just as good for you. You can use a beauty blender, but I prefer to use... Stab myself in the eye. I prefer to use my brushes. With the setting powder, I'm going to use a little fluffy brush. Maybe the brush I used to do my bronzer with. And I'm just going to add that translucent powder onto the eye to set it all in place. So I kind of get an even coverage when I go in with some shadow. Otherwise it's going to be all over the place. Some bits will stick, some bits won't. You won't know what's going off. It's just not going to be a nice time. If you are like me, which more than likely you will be, if you struggle to get the symmetry correct or the outlines, the shapes correct, just take a white liner. Pencil is simple, so that's easy to go on, but will be easy to get rid of for the end, and just kind of sketch out that shape with the cut crease. So you want to start in the inner corner, kind of just drag it and flick it out in whatever shape you feel comfortable. You kind of want to, if you open your eye, you kind of want it to be a little bit more above that. That's roughly where you're going. Wherever your eyelid here touches when you do this and roll your eyes, that's kind of where you're thinking you need to be. And it's going to be big, it's going to be round, it's going to be flowy, it's not going to be blocked. So bear that in mind. Just kind of, I'm just going to simply, where would that go to? It's going to go big, and it's going to go round, And if you think kind of where you want your eyeliner to be, that you want that to follow the same kind of shape. Bring it round. Don't worry if it's messy, it's all going to be blended in. It's not a problem. I'm just going to drag it down. Drag that up. Don't worry, it will look better. Same on the other side. Ignore the chair again. Wherever you want your eyeliner to be. And then it's just going to kind of start. It's going to go where your eyelid opens to. Don't worry if it's a mess, it's going to look a mess. But at least now you have got some sort of guideline. Okay, so I'm going to go in with Harmonia, which is the shade here. You see this one? It is one of my favourite shades. And I'm going to use my, can you see if I, oh, there we go, it's focused. Ta-da! I'm going to be using this small brush because it's densely packed on the end, and I know where the colour is going to go. And I'm just going to trace the outline of where I applied that liner. Don't worry, it's going to look a little crazy. You want to keep that general shape. Drag the colour down. You want to be patting it on and blending it out a little bit. Add it on and blend it side to side. Don't worry about this line being sharp because we're going to go over it with another product. I'm moving to my other eye, chair. And again, I'm just going to follow that line. I'm going to add it. I'm going to pat the colour on and I'm just going to drag it back and forth lightly. Because I want to be adding the colour, but I don't want it to be everywhere. A big mistake that I used to do all the time, if it helps anyone else, is I used to put the colour on and I used to blend as much as I could and it'd be all over my eye. And there'd be no reason as to why I have got that much colour on my eye. And it just was a pain. It never looked how I wanted it to look. I'm just emphasising that line, still with the same colour, Harmonia. I'm just going to blend that off into the edge. Are they looking similar? Not really. Well, oh well. So long as you've tried. Alright, I'm going to stick with the Priapus in the original palette. And I'm just going to dab in slightly. And I'm going to add that to the underneath, ever so gently, the bottom part of that line of shadow we've got. I just want to have that kind of warmth to it. So I might add the green afterwards. Don't forget to follow it all the way to the top. You see, I've just done that the other eye, you couldn't see any of it. I'll stay this way. And then just gently adding, like if you want to see how much is on my brush, I have about, I'm going to focus, I'll put it in front of my face. Focus. Focus! Sound like a teacher. There. That's kind of how much I've got on my brush. And I'm just going in again underneath to add a little bit of warmth. And then I'm going to take my fluffier brush. Ignore that I haven't cleaned these because, well, I just haven't, so. The brush. Also, look at my nails. Help me, Zoe, I need my nails. I'm booked in soon, don't worry everyone. And then I'm just going to make sure there's no excess product on that. And I'm just going to lightly, circular motions on top, blend the two of those colours together. and just soften that line that we've created. We just want to make it nice and smooth, nice and soft. You want to be blurring it in. We're just going to take the brush, circular motions to kind of blur the lines together, and then we're just going to smoke it out. Kind of keep it generally in this line you're going in. You don't want to be blending it all over your eye, otherwise it's pointless, because you'll just have this mess. Now, a great thing about the Vulcan & Vixen eyeshadow palettes is that all the colours blend together really well, which is a huge thing that I wanted to have when developing the products. I hate when you create something and then you try and add a bit of different colour and all of a sudden it looks horrendous. I've got hooded eyes, also they disappear. I'm going to take actually some Harmonia onto my fluffy brush, and I'm just going to emphasise it here, and the same on this side. Just kind of want to lift that crease a little bit. And then I think with Hermaphroditus, which is this yellowy, creamy colour, just want to add that at the top. Can't see on the camera. I shall show you on this side. We're just going to add it onto the top here to kind of give it that depth of colour. Again, it's really simple. We're just going to blend it into that one. This is where it gets tricky, my friends. We are going to take a flat brush. I'm not going to use the one from my palette. I'm going to use an old one that I got from a pound shop maybe about 10 years ago. P. Louise Eye Base. This is in Ruma 1. And I'm going to just pull my sleeve up. I'm just going to dab some of that onto my hand. So this is thick enough to be a good coverage and thin enough not to crease when you do anything to your eye. So you're going to take quite a bit of product on there, like enough for it to go on. Can you see? Also, look how terrible this brush is. Wait for it to focus. Put my hand in front of my face. Will it? I'm going to swipe this onto like my lash line here. I'm just going to mob that together. Mob, I don't know if that's a word. And then you're just going to lift your eye while it's still wet and look around. Duh, I look creepy. And then you can see exactly where that's printed. And that is like a fail-safe way to do your eye. Simple. Now you want to take a small liner brush as well. Maybe this is a lip brush, or maybe this one. This might work. I've got a little brush like this. I'm going to dip it into the same product. Ooh, it's got a bit of lilac on. And I'm just going to tidy that line up. And then also using the liner brush, I'm going to sketch out where I want the crease to go. And I want it to go up there. So we're going to make sure all of this is neat and tidy, because this line will be your crease. You see already it's got a shape to it. It looks really dodgy on camera, it's not that dodgy. Don't worry if you make a mistake, I'm sure there's a way to blend it in, like I have there. Oh, I'm getting stressed. Get more product, otherwise it's just going to be a nightmare to blend. You want to blend it in right to the corner of the eye. And then whilst you've got that outline, you're going to go back with your flat brush. Any normal concealer brush is going to be fine, and just fill it in. We fill it in with a flat brush, just because it's easier to move the product around. You would just be there for a long time otherwise. It's kind of starting to crease a little bit because I've got a lot of product. I usually do this without the liner brush because I figured it would be easier to get that shape correct if you're not used to it. I'm going to take a smaller fluffy brush and I'm just going to add some Vulcan Vixen setting powder onto that area that you've just applied the Peeler's eye base onto. And there you are, give yourself a lovely pat on the back because that is a cut crease. Well done. I'm going to do the other eye. However, when I edit it, I'm probably just going to skip this in the video because you'll be stuck with me forever. So you should now have two eyes that look somewhat similar to what I have on my face. If you don't worry, it's not a problem. I'm sure you still look beautiful, as do I. But I want to add some green maybe, and I don't know whether to add a liner or not. I think maybe the same kind of colour I've used here I should add for my liner. That would be jazzy, I think would be really good. Maybe, I don't know, I'm thinking out loud. It is never a good thing. Let's see what green I've got. Actually, first, I'm going to go over my eyelid with a fluffy brush and I'm just going to dab it into Andros, which is this one. And I'm just going to add that onto our cut creased part to give it a little bit of shine, a bit of depth, a bit of movement. I mean, who doesn't love a bit of depth and movement? I'm going to be using Miss Lynn Intense Eyeliner 141 in green, which is that kind of colour. That like little, what looks like a blade of grass. And I just want to go over that line with green to see what it looks like. I like it. Right, I'm going to get an eyebrow brush. This is probably the worst one to use because it's got pink on it. That's not pink, that is blue. I am going to go in with Harmonia for the liner. I'm going to take an eyebrow brush and I am just going to sketch out the line of the eye with the shadow. Can you see the angle of this? That's the angle that I want this. So I'm kind of going to follow that line. With Harmonia, and I'm just going to go underneath and just drag that same shade all the way across to my eye. All underneath. I'm not going to blend up here, I'm just going to go to the corner. Same on this side, underneath, and just bring it to the middle. Bring it to the runway. So that is pretty much your basis for a cut crease. You don't have to add the underneath, you don't have to do the coloured liner, you don't have to add this bit of green here. That is purely because I wanted to. If you was to do it without this blended part on the bottom and without the green liner on the top, that is a simple cut crease. You can experiment afterwards once you're happy with the shape and you're happy how to do it and you've kind of fiddled around and you've changed different shapes. I find this eye shape I've got now suits my natural eye shape. I can, like if I slouch my face, it suits me more than the other shapes I've had previous where you can kind of do a half one, do like a halo eye. I prefer this because it looks very dramatic and very blown out, and obviously I don't have any hair, although I will be putting some hair at the end of this. So I'm going to speed up the rest of the video. I'm going to add some foundation, I'm going to do my eyebrows, do my lips, stick my wig on, and I will be back with you chatting. See you in a bit. Hello, welcome back. So as you can see, I have jazzed up my little cut crease a little bit, except for the fact I have not done this little bit of my neck. So if we just pretend that isn't there, cover all my chins. If we pretend that's not there, then we're fine. But I am very pleased with the look, and I took inspiration from someone on TikTok. I can't remember the name. I'm very sorry. I'm going to add it to the description below so you'll be able to find it. And I think I just found my favorite lip color of all time. This is Europa, and then I've blended it with Calm in the middle, and I've just glossed it over the top. Oh, I love it. I keep looking at myself in the mirror. The mirror's here. There's a light there, there's a light there, there's a light there, and there's a TV there. Side profile. God, my nose looks bizarre. My nose looks so sad. My hair looks very, very yellow, and I'm not gonna lie. I may have to give it a bit of a tone. Brush it first would be a good idea, maybe. Ugh. The joys. I love this wig. Also, if you haven't checked out J Fairy Custom Wigs and J Fairy Makeup, her name is Jordan Francis, and she is just, well, she's just fantastic at everything she does, and she is just amazing. Go check out her pages. I'll also add, why can't I say A's and D's and H's, and I will also add her links to all her social media in the description below as well, so you can give her a follow. I think she's got TikTok, Instagram, the usuals. But again, thank you all for watching. It has been a lot of fun. I haven't done my makeup for a long time, and I'm really excited. I thought I'd better practice in. Why can't I talk? What's wrong with me? I'm so distracted by looking at myself. I think I wanted to say, I thought I'd better practice, because I haven't done makeup for a long time. Look how sad these nails are. So I booked it on the 27th, and I'm going to have pink and turquoise, and I'm so excited because I need them. How beautiful is this? Look at this lace, like, beautiful. Also, I curled this maybe months ago. Like, months ago I curled this, and it's still fine. Love it. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time. Hopefully it'll be soon. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, which is @VulcanVixen, Facebook, which is @VulcanVix, TikTok, which is @VulcanVixen, and everything else is just Vulcan and Vixen. The website is Vulcan and Vixen. Everything I've used in today's video, apart from my wig, you can find on my website, which is Vulcan. I'm pretty sorry, I forgot the website. It's vulcanandvixen.com. Jesus Christ, I'm fucking stupid. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I will see you next time. Auf Wiedersehen. Goodbye, my fellow friends. Goodbye, my lovelies. Goodbye. Ta. See you.